Hello, Louise Singleton here, and today I have a completely unplanned and quite quick video for you. I'm going to be showing you how I got this lovely mirror-like gold effect on the top of these little pots that I've made. I'm really quite excited about it because the effect is so amazing and so quick. But, you know, it's my first attempt. I only just discovered this just before I made the video. So I might not be able to answer all of your questions, but what I can do is show you how I got this finish. If you would like another tutorial to show you how I actually made the pots, please just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to do that. To start with, I need to make the background of the rim of my pot black because I found that the darker the background, the better this technique works. And I'm using a black posca marker. You don't need to use the same pen as me. You can use anything you like to make the rim black. It doesn't really matter. But I just find that using a pen you have more control over keeping it on the top and not going down the edges than you would if you used a paintbrush with your black acrylic paint. But either is fine, it's up to you. I'm sorry if I keep going out of frame a little bit. I do get carried away and forget to check that you can actually see what I'm doing. So there we are, it's all coloured in black and I'm just going to dry it with my hairdryer. I just want to take this chance to thank everybody for the comments you left on the last video. I was really overwhelmed with the amount of views I had and the amount of comments. It was my best one so far, so I was really pleased, and thank you for all the wonderful things you said to me. It made such a difference. So I'm just using a lolly stick to really carefully apply the UV resin to the top. A tiny bit at a time. It's always best to just use a small amount and build it up rather than putting too much on, because if you put too much on it's going to go over the edge. So yeah, I'm just carefully applying it to the edge, and then when I've put lots of little puddles of it all the way around, I'll just carefully spread it out to the edges, the outer edges with the stick. This is my first attempt today at doing this, so there are certain questions you might ask me that I don't know the answer to. For instance, you might say, can you do this with epoxy resin? I don't know. I haven't tried it. The reason I'm using the UV resin is because I used to have a little bit of a nail obsession. I used to love doing my nails until I realised that, you know, it's never going to happen, me having nice nails, because I just get too messy. And I was just wasting my time making my nails nice. So I bought all the gear for doing my nails, and that included my lamp, my UV lamp, and the powders that I'm using today. So I already had them, but even if I didn't, now I've used them, I would still go out and buy them, because using the UV resin and just curing it under the lamp in just 2 minutes is just so good. And it doesn't, you know, because of that speed of curing it, you don't have to worry about covering it up so the dust doesn't get in, and worrying about drips going down the side, because it's pretty much, as soon as you've applied that, it's instantly curing under a lamp, and it doesn't have time to have the problems that epoxy resin has. So now that that top edge is coated with the UV resin, I'm just putting it under the light for 2 minutes. I'll put a link in the description for this UV light. It does work really well. It's got a timer on it, so it automatically stops after 2 minutes, so that's great. Right, now that's cured, it's time for the magical part, which is adding the gold mirror powder. Now, my mirror powder that I've used today is just from my nail art stock that I had stashed away, but I will find some to give you a link to it. I don't know whether the regular pigment that you get for resin would work. I think it probably would. I just didn't think to try it. I just knew I had that mirror powder and I thought, yeah, I know that's really shiny, I'll use that. But next time I will try it with my regular mica powders that I use with my epoxy resin. So I'm just using an eyeshadow applicator to just smooth it on and just look at the magic happening before your eyes. I just love it. A little bit really goes a long way, so you just need a tiny little bit on your applicator and just keep rubbing it round. And it seems like the more you rub it, the shinier it gets. So yeah, just keep going with it. It's really fun. You'll find you don't actually want to stop. How beautiful is that? And when you think about it, you can use this technique for all kinds of things like the edges of your coasters, in your geode art, all kinds of things. So what I need to do though is just add a top coat now of the UV resin again, just like I did with the coat that I did on top of the black. And it's just to protect that, stop that powder from coming off. And then we cure it again for 2 minutes and it's all done. So there we have it. It looks really good, doesn't it? Do you agree? I'd love to know what you think. I'm really, really pleased with the effect, and I will definitely start doing this on my coasters as well. So if you found this useful, please click subscribe if you haven't already done so and ring the bell. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm getting there, but I just need a few more, please. And yeah, don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what you thought. And I will see you next time.